What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mistick's MMOs. I'm your host, Mistick Raven. You know, some things should not be. I should not be able to do some of the things I'm able to do in this game. So, today I'm introducing you guys to a new build I dub Eternal. Because literally, in even a competent PvPer's hands, this build will live on eternal. And you will not die because it is that strong. It's beyond OP, honestly. So I actually took a build I had years ago called the Hobgoblin, and I brought birth to this. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first let's get into the character sheet. Max health, almost 41,000. Max magicka 16, 17 on the board side. Important because on the staff side we're going to have slightly a little bit more magicka. That's for control purposes intentionally. You want to be able to control this build without any doubt. Now, magicka recovery 17, 17, and 17. Now, when we come over here, we're at 20, 19, and 19 because we're mainly going to be blocking on sword and board. So you definitely want to take advantage of, blocking as much as possible on the sword and board. Now, resistance currently 28 and 25 until we throw this down. And now we're at 31 and 34. Woof. Woof. We're going to allocate 12 into magicka and 52 into health. We're going to be using the Lord Mundus. Very important with this build. Make sure you grab the Lord. We're going to be using a all stat food. So the food I'm going to recommend for this is going to be the lusty Argonian made Massel. You want to go ahead and use this. This gives a lot of magicka and stam recovery. The health recovery is a perk, but mainly we want all of the recovery. So I do recommend grabbing this food for this build. Absolutely. Now, the sets we're going to be utilizing, of course, I'm taking this from the Hobgoblin, is the Leeching Plate. There's been a lot of nerfs, but the Leeching Plate has a great sustain. Gives us health, gives us healing taken. When you take damage, you summon a cloud of leeching poison under the assailant. The cloud deals 1,089 poison damage every second. Now, when we come back in, we're going to have a self-heal and this heal. Why? Because this gives us 2,000 health every second. Add the Leeching Plate now. And now we have 3,000 every second. It gets better. It gets better. Trust me, it gets better. That's a lot. Okay. So you don't want sharpen on this. You want to go decisive. Okay. Get decisive, at least on the axe. This is going to be optional. Now you're going to want the frost staff. You can either go decisive or you can go charged. It's going to be your call. Charge would be great for a debuff. Because we're going to use wall blockade with the frost staff. So we're going to debuff the target. But if you want more ulti-gen, decisive is the way to go. So it's going to be your call. We're going to use a secondary set is the Eternal Vigor. It's definitely Eternal. It's going to be reinforced. All the big pieces are reinforced. We get the magicka recovery, get stam recovery, we get health recovery. Adds 337 health in magicka recovery while your health is above 50. We're going to be self-healing a lot with this build. and then adds the 1011 health recovery while your health is under 50% or less. Now, health recovery is taking a hit in PvP, but that's why I said it's this build's not about the health recovery, it's about the sustain when it comes to resources. That's why we definitely went with 1717 and then 1919. But it gets better, I'm telling you, it's gonna get better. So reinforced, obviously. Reinforced, health. Sturdy, max magicka. And that's Gorloks, Destroyer, Epilots. Why? We want that max health. 1206 for the max health. We got a lot of recovery in our sets. We really do want that max health. Girdle of Leeching, sturdy, max health. Gauntlets of Eternal Vigor, sturdy, max health. Greaves of Eternal Vigor, reinforced, max health. You know, Sabatons of Eternal Vigor, sturdy. This is a big one. I've been using this a lot on tanks. I love it. While your stamina is less than 50, increase your magic recovery by 450. Now, it won't show on the tooltip, but basically, we don't run out of resources with this build. We just don't. It's eternal resources given to us. Because when we're blocking with a shield, we recover magicka. When we recover with a block with the staff, we recover. But when we go ahead and do anything, we can't spam out fast enough. Basically, you have endless supply. Of resources as you're juggling. That's why this is eternal. It's fucking eternal, man. I'm telling you. So get that neck. Get it infused, reduce the block. 2 protection rings of leeching. Make sure they're protected. 1 mag, 1 stam. Okay? Trust me, you're not gonna die. We will if you are even conscious of, you know, just even slightly, you will not die. I promise you. It is gross. This is a gross build. Let's go ahead, get into the skills. Primary bar, we want shield assault, right? A lot of people like to run. You're in heavy. You got 6 heavy on. Oh boy. They're gonna run, believe it. Especially when they know they can't take you out. Doing that close gap, right? Right? You're going to get a damage shield. It's a nice perk, especially when you go dive bombing into large groups. And you should with this build. Definitely should. You know why? Because we're using Blazing Shield. This is going to get cut in half. I'm not even going to lie to you. But that's not the whole thing. Each nearby enemy increases the shield strength. So we got a scale factor. You want to be in large groups with this. But it's also going to explode. So when the shield expires, it explodes outward, dealing 30% of the damage it absorbed. You're a walking bomb. You're going to bomb an entire group with your blazing shield. Oh yeah. Oh boy, I told you it's eternal. This is eternal. Time freeze. They're going to want to run. We're not going to let them. So we're going to time freeze their asses. Shield. Blazing. Now when they start hitting you, whatever. So it's a good group utility. Plus we get the passive for the extra shield. Repentance. Definitely on this bar. Solar disturbance. All the way. Why? Major maim. All day. We're going to want that blockade of frost. Right? This is why you might want to go charged. You might want to go charged. Because that brittle status effect with this build, given the fact that you're not using a lot of penetration. Now, you will get penetration with Pierce, but that's single target. So that's a hard call. But the brittle status effect in that wide radius definitely is going to help a build like this. Okay, biting jabs. Nice spammable. It's a flex spot. You can dump out. I like it just for a dump. So if I needed, more magic, I can use this, dump out, and then, while I'm spamming, and then recoup all my magicka. Because I'm using a lot more magicka. Living Dark. This is amazing. I love this. I love this, love this. This is a damage shield. So this is another heal. So we're going to get, anytime an enemy uses a direct damage attack, snipers, the spear lashes back, reducing their movement speed by 60% for 3 seconds and healing us for 2,611. These effects can occur once every half second, and it scales off of your spell damage or, oh yes, max health. Yes, absolutely. Channeled focus, you want this to be channeled. Why? Because we want the magic, right? We got repentance. We want the channeled focus for this. So we want the magic of recovery. And of course, if needed, we have deep thoughts. We're deep. We're very deep. Frost staff ability, I have frost all the way. This is where you might want to go with the decisive, because you're going to deal frost damage a lot. We really want to take advantage of utilizing the frost staff on this. This build is just gross. It's disgusting. And I'm happy with it. I'm actually loving it. And if you're a Templar tank, and you're gonna love this too. I shouldn't even put out a build like this, but I do it for you guys. As always, I'm Mistick Raven. This is Mistick's MMOs, and enjoy it. Have a nice day.